Didn't I just do this? I swear I did. Huh. So I take a break, and here we are at 900. Maybe I should take more breaks. First and foremost, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who commented or otherwise sent me nice messages after my last update. It's touching to see how much people care. I want you to know I'm feeling better. I've been getting more sleep. With the exception of a previous obligation, I haven't been sitting in front of the computer night after night until the wee morning hours. I'm starting to find that new normal. I thought I might let you know about some of the stuff I've been doing that I kind of skipped over in the last update. So bear with me, because there's a lot. Okay, so I did a number of collaborations. So this should cover pretty much everything I've been doing from October up until, yesterday. Okay, so I did a bunch of collaborations. I did a collaboration with Ani Ghostly on his channel on a story called Never Again. I did 3 stories for That Creepy Reading, Concentration, 091710, and Out in the Woods. I did another collaboration with That Creepy Reading for his Halloween special, which was the top 30 creepypastas. That was a pretty cool collaboration because if you listen to it, you're going to hear my voice along with That Creepy Reading, Mutahar, I think that's how you spell or pronounce his name, Mullet Mike, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Mr. Creepypasta. So that's pretty cool. I was really honored to be asked to be included among those guys. So that's really cool. Black Cleric Narration asked me to play Mr. Maze in the Showers, which is a great classic creepypasta story. Very long one, but really well written. That also starred Plague Pasta, who's a good buddy of mine too. Some lines that I had provided for Ms. Nightgallow went up for her poem Emotional Argument. And as of the time of this video posting, there should also be All the Papers Lied Tonight, which was a collaboration between myself and Creepy Mrs. Pasta. And she did a great job, and I'm so glad that she could join me for that. For Chilling Tales for Dark Nights, I did a solo narration called Burial at Sea, which was written by The Itch. That one was awesome. It's basically about a guy who wakes up in a coffin and then he tries to figure out where he is, and spoiler alert, he's in the ocean. So it deals with claustrophobia and fear of water and drowning and stuff like that, which is awesome. I got to meet The Itch when I went to Toronto a couple months back, and we had beer and wings and talked horror and creepypasta and everything like that. So it's been a long time brewing this story. I've been wanting to get to it for a good long time. I'm really happy that it's up on Chilling Tales now. I participated along with a whole bunch of other people on the production of The Monkey's Paw. I played 2 roles in that. One was the war veteran character. I don't remember all my character names, unfortunately. And I played another one where I was a representative of the company who comes in to deliver some bad news. But I got to voice act alongside Peter Bishop, David Lewis Richardson, Melissa Exelberth, David Alnwick, who's a brand new narrator. So they're obviously very good at their British accents, so I had to try to hold my own against theirs, and I think it turned out pretty well. 2 of the stories that I did on this channel, A Sketchy Interview and Obsessive Compulsive, went up on Chilling Tales for Dark Nights during the month of October, and they got some really good feedback, which was great. I got to produce Booth World Industries, which stars Todd Farrell and Rebecca Peason. I'm good friends with Todd. Rebecca was a find from the No Sleep podcast. She did a very, very good job. That's a cool story. Highly recommend it. Go check it out if you haven't listened to it before. I did production on Betsy the Doll, which starred Manga Minx, and I mentioned that I was working with Manga Minx last month. So that was the production that she did. I think she did a very good job, and it's a cool and just an awfully creepy story. It's one of those stories that kind of you feel kind of a little bit gross by the end, but it was really great. She's such a nice person to work with. And we rounded out my productions for Chilling Tales with No End House, which starred Mr. Rob Dyke. And I struck up a nice little friendship with Rob during the course of producing that story. Super great guy. You know, love his channel, love Seriously Strange, and why would you put that on the internet? He's a straight shooter, very friendly, very professional. Definitely looking forward to working with him again. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to work with him just myself outside of Chilling Tales in the future. I don't know, but it would be great if I could. I did do a little bit of content on this channel. I put up 2 stories. Pretty, which is a stalker / serial killer type story. I did that while I was really sick, and so my voice was really gravelly, but I think it turned out pretty cool, and I like that. I just thought I'd take advantage of having a gravelly voice while I had one. And then I did a monologue from the opening scene from No Country for Old Men, which is a movie I really, really like. And was still kind of recovering from a cold at that time, but I think that one turned out pretty good too.
And then, of course, there's All the Papers Lied Tonight, which I previously mentioned.
Oh, and a story went live on Chilling Tales. I didn't even know it was going to go up on Chilling Tales, called Hysteria. Now, Hysteria is a story written by an author by the name of Mitch Green. It's actually my first paid production gig. Mitch contacted Otis Gyrie to do a reading of the story. I'm not even sure how he found him, although it's not hard to find Otis Gyrie. And then I was asked if I would be willing to be hired on to be the producer. And it's a pretty adult story. It's got a lot of explicit scenes in it and stuff, although it is a scary story at the same time. But at any rate, it was great to work with Otis one-on-one. I always love doing that, and really happy with how it turned out. And Mitch absolutely loved it. If you've got the stomach for it, go check it out. I think Otis did a fantastic job with it. Out of the blue, I got hired to do a voiceover for a cafe here that's kind of all over Ontario here, called Williams Fresh Cafe. They're a coffee shop, but they're kind of like a higher end experience. A local marketing agency contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to do some voiceover work for a YouTube video that's going up on their website. So I get to be kind of like Mr. Williams Fresh Cafe, which is pretty cool. It's my first paid voiceover gig too. So that's pretty neat. I certainly, will jump at that kind of stuff too. Any chance I get to kind of get that kind of professional experience is awesome. So I was really happy that happened. Several of the narrations that I've done on this channel, as well as Chilling Tales, were actually featured on a listverse.com article about the top 10, I believe it was, like stalker / intruder creepypastas. 4 of the ones that I've done are on there, and that's been amazing. It's certainly generated a bunch of views for me, and just kind of gotten the word out a little bit about what I'm doing. And so what an awesome opportunity that was. And last but not least, I think I mentioned this before, but it's actually like you can find it out in the wild now. I was interviewed along with Craig and Jesse from Chilling Tales on the St. Mort Show podcast, all about what we're doing with that channel and kind of what our lives are like and how we do what we do and why we like what we do. And it's like an hour-long thing. And so that's live. So if you go onto iTunes and search for the St. Mort Show, you'll find it. It's just called Chilling Tales for Dark Nights. A lot of fun on that, and really happy to have that opportunity. And I guess one final thing is that on Chilling Tales, I helped Craig host the Halloween live stream, which is our way of kind of topping off the whole crazy October thing. That was like 4 hours long, I think it was, but a total blast. Lots of fun, lots of narrators, funny jokes, most of them at my expense. And Otis's actually too. But yeah, great time. And as you can see, life's been a little bit busy around here. That might at least give you an idea as to just why I needed to take a little bit of a break. One last thing before I sign off. I can't believe it, but the 1,000 subscriber milestone is approaching. I never thought I'd ever see it, but here it comes. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be giving it a rest with the updates once I hit it. A couple of reasons for this. Firstly, as I've noticed with other channels, the more subscribers you get, the faster you get new subscribers, which is awesome. I mean, that's exciting. But it's pretty much at the point where I'm hitting milestones faster than I can put out content, which is, great, but it's in conflict with what I'm trying to do ultimately, which is entertain people. And me blabbing into a mic for 12 minutes is not my idea of entertainment. I want to do work, and I want that end product to be the thing that people enjoy. The other reason is this is all starting to feel just a bit too narcissistic at this point. I've continued to do the updates for the sake of consistency, but I'm not liking that it's kind of all about me. Like, ooh, look how awesome I am, and, to people who've already made the decision to subscribe. You kind of feel like you have to do that on a platform like YouTube. But I mean, I'm already pretty shameless in my self-promotion on every other site that I'm on. So I think it's kind of time to put it to bed here. It's not that I don't appreciate things, and it's not that I don't want to keep you up to date, but I think, social media is better geared for that kind of thing. That being said, I absolutely do appreciate everybody subscribing. I do appreciate people listening and watching. I will always appreciate that, and I will always be right there in the comments and on Facebook and Twitter and everything like that, thanking you guys. And I guess I haven't said it yet, but of course, thank you so much for 900. And thank you for enjoying what I do. I say that every time, and hopefully, the 9th time in a row, it's not starting to kind of lose its luster. But yeah, I do appreciate that very much. So we'll do it one more time. I don't even think I'm going to do like any kind of special or anything like that. I just, one last big thanks for everything. And then let's just get to the actual work. And let that speak for itself. And you can always contact me through other means. It doesn't have to be through these update videos. So there's more stuff coming. Some neat collaborations that are coming down the pipe, and some other content that I'd like to get to, and some submitted stories from a couple of listeners, which is really great, and I'm really looking forward to that. So there's things to stay tuned for, obviously. So I'm gonna stop because I just can't stop rambling at this point, and that's a clear sign that I should just shut the hell up. So thanks again for everything, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Cheers.